Aloha, Dr. J, and everyone. Welcome back to another awesome school year. My name is Charles Adams, but everybody calls me Chuck. That's what you can call me in our forums and our assignments. I currently live on the Big Island of Hawaii in a little town called Kamuela, which is on the west side, right below the Mauna Kea with the snow cap. But I was born and raised in Honolulu. I was raised in a little town called Kailua, which is on the windward side of the island. But I've been living on the Big Island in Kamuela, Waikoloa areas for over 30 years now. The degree program that I'm in, I'm currently finishing up on my associate's degree. Hopefully it will be done this year. But my plan is to go on to the bachelor's program in organizational management and leadership and to finish strong in the master's in strategic leadership that Life Pacific offers over here. My conversion to Christ. Well, I was born and raised a Catholic. I was raised a Catholic in a Catholic home. I went to Catholic school from the first to the 12th grade. So I knew Jesus already. I believed in God the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I went through all the First Holy Communion, confession, confirmation, but I wasn't a practicing Catholic. In 1984, though, a friend or a family member invited me to a Christian church called New Hope, or Hope Chapel, Kona back then. And even then, attending church there on a regular basis, I never saw a difference. I was baptized as an infant, so I never thought I needed to be baptized as an adult. But in 1992, I went on a mission trip to Sapporo, Japan. And it was there that the Holy Spirit struck me, and I made the decision to be baptized as a Christian. So in August of 1992, I was baptized as an adult, and I made my commitment to Jesus Christ, formally, I guess, in a little tin can filled with water. And I was fully submerged in this small can in a small church in Sapporo, Japan. In October 2015, I finished my polity and interview and was licensed by Foursquare Church as a pastor. And right now I'm one of several associate pastors to our church, New Hope Waikoloa. I'm the gatekeeper's pastor, but I'm also the bass player on any given Sunday for our worship team. I love playing music. I'll play the guitar, bass, or ukulele. So wherever they need me, I fit in with our worship team. As for formal training in evangelism, I really have no formal training. We did get together for a couple of months prior to our trip to Sapporo, Japan in 1992. But that couple of months and the 3 weeks in Japan is the extent of my training and experience in mission trips and evangelism. But as cross-cultural experiences, although not mission-wise, except for Sapporo, Japan, I have done some traveling. My wife and I, we love to travel. So I've been to Japan a couple of times, Sapporo and Tokyo. I've been across mainland China, Beijing and Guangzhou, where the Shaolin temples are, Hong Kong. I've traveled throughout different cities of Canada, down to New Zealand. And 4 separate times, my wife and I, over the last 5 years, have traveled to Israel and Jordan. We just love Israel. We love the culture. We love the history of our faith there. And we love the people. We love the food. The Mediterranean food is insane. We love that. But that's the extent. That's the extent of our cross-cultural experiences. As for my long-term ministry goals, I don't think God is calling me to be a senior pastor, at least not right now. But I want to finish school. That's my first priority besides my ministry assignments as a pastor with New Hope Waikoloa. But I want to finish school first. And once I have done that, I'm going to apply as a police chaplain with the department that I retired from. Because that's what led me into pastoral ministry, is the desire to minister to our police officers as a police chaplain. But then my goal is also to one day travel or lead teams, teaching pilgrimages to Israel on a regular basis, and also be a part of the Foursquare missions. You know, Foursquare says if you can't go, send. And so one way or the other, I plan on being a part of our Foursquare missions, our teams that we're sending off from our church. I would love to attend. I'd love to go back to that church in Japan, and maybe a small church in the Philippines that my daughter has traveled to on a mission trip. But if I can't go, then we'll support the teams that go. One way or another, be involved with that. As for anything interesting or fun about me, I think the only thing interesting about me is I look so young, and yet I'm a grandfather of 3. Other than that, you know, I have had an interesting life as a police officer, but I'm not an interesting person. If I'm not doing my studies, if I'm not doing my ministry work, then I'm at home with my wife, just vegging, or relaxing, playing one of my instruments. That is my life now. I love it. I love spending time with my family, spending time with my granddaughters, my girls, as I call them. So that's me. That's me in a nutshell. Thank you, everybody, for spending some time with me and watching this video. God bless you, folks. Have an awesome semester and a great school year. Aloha.